So today, we're going to unpack the big ideas from a modern classic, the Almanack of Naval Ravikant. And it starts with this kind of radical idea that building wealth isn't about getting lucky. It's a skill, a system that you can actually learn.
We're all told that getting rich is a lottery. It's about being in the right place at the right time. But what if that's just wrong? What if there's an actual, repeatable formula?
And this quote right here, it just completely flips the script. It's not about one action you take, it's about developing a skill, building a system. So let's break that system down, piece by piece.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to get our definition straight. The real goal isn't money, it's wealth. And trust me, they are two very, very different things. Getting this difference is like the most crucial first step.
Think of money like this. It's basically just an IOU from society. It's a social credit you get for doing some work. It's how we move wealth around, but it isn't wealth itself. It's the tool, not the end goal.
Now this is the real prize. Wealth is all the stuff, the assets, that are out there working for you 24/7, even when you're not. It's the business, the investment, the piece of code, the media that's making income without needing your time. This is what buys you your freedom.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. Money is what you get when you trade your time. Wealth is what you get when you own assets. The big shift you have to make in your head is this. Stop renting out your time and start building equity. Start owning a piece of something.
All right, so if wealth is the goal, what's the main ingredient you need to put in? Well, it's something Naval calls specific knowledge. This is the unique value that only you can really offer the world.
Man, this is such a powerful idea. Your specific knowledge is found right where your genuine curiosity and your natural talents crash into each other. It's that thing you could happily do all day and it doesn't feel like work at all, even though someone else would find it incredibly difficult.
So how do you find it? Well, the clues are usually hiding in your past. What were you obsessed with as a kid, before anyone told you what you should be doing? What rabbit holes do you go down on a Saturday just for fun? That's where you'll find the skills that can't just be taught in a class or outsourced to someone else.
And this is absolutely key. We're not talking about getting another college degree here. This stuff is learned through real, hands-on immersion. You learn it by doing, by tinkering, by becoming completely obsessed with it. You can't get this from a textbook. You have to go out and live it.
But look, having that special skill isn't quite enough. It's like having a superpowered engine, but no car. You need a way to amplify its impact. You need a force multiplier. You need leverage.
You've probably heard this quote from Archimedes, and it's the perfect way to think about modern wealth. You just can't do it all yourself. You have to find a lever that lets your unique knowledge and judgment have a massive, outsized impact.
So, Naval breaks it down into four main types of leverage. You've got the old school ones, labor, that's just people working for you, and capital, which is money. Both are super powerful for sure. But look at that last column. They require permission. Someone has to agree to work for you, and someone has to give you their money to invest. But then there are the two new forms of leverage. And this, my friends, is where the game has completely changed. Naval calls them permissionless. This is what's behind the new wave of fortunes being made today.
And here's why they're so insanely powerful. Once you create a piece of software or a piece of media, like a video, a book, whatever, it has zero marginal cost to replicate. It can be copied and distributed to thousands or millions of people for basically free. It works for you around the clock, and you didn't have to ask anyone's permission to build.
Okay, so you've got specific knowledge, and you've got leverage, but this whole formula only works if it's running on the right operating system. And that operating system is a long-term mindset. You can't just dip your toes in this game.
We all know about compound interest for money, right? But Naval's point is that everything in life compounds. Your reputation, your relationships, your skills. The real, jaw-dropping returns come from sticking with things long enough to let them grow exponentially. Short-term thinking just kills that compounding magic.
And real quick, but this is so important. Naval makes it crystal clear that getting rich is not the path to happiness. He says happiness is a choice. It's a skill you practice right now, in the present moment. It's the foundation you build on, not some prize you win at the finish line.
And really, this one sentence just nails the entire philosophy. Find other people who get it, who are also in it for the long haul. Build real trust, build real relationships, create value together. Because in long-term games, it's possible for everyone to win.
So let's bring it all home. Wealth isn't about luck. It's a formula. Your unique specific knowledge, amplified by leverage and compounded over the long term. And you know, this very explainer you're watching, it's a perfect example of that permissionless media leverage we just talked about. If you want to keep learning how to use these kinds of powerful ideas, this is a pretty good place to start.